Let me ask you about something which I think you have said is the case, but I don't know, is that, and this might have been something you planned and changed your mind, that when you were thinking about the end of the book and when you had this epilogue ready, that the last word in the book was scar. And was that so, and is that indeed the case still?
It was so for ages, and it's now not.
So it does end with scar?
No.
Ah.
Scar's quite near the end, but it's not the last word.
Could I ask you what the last word is?
No.
Oh, Joe.
I can't, no.
You're such a literary tease. You're a lit tease, that's what you are. Scar. But this was Scar like the Scar, not like Scar like a message to you, Woody. Because I had a fantasy that Ron and Hermione would go to a specials gig and she would say, what the perfect end to our adventure, enjoying an evening of Scar. Master, the message, 10 commandments of man, given to I and I.
That would have been brilliant.
That would have been a good ending.
Yeah.
Not too late to change it, perhaps. Okay. How did it feel when you signed off on the book?
It felt... I can't think of anyone who could know how that felt, because there aren't that many people who've written a 7-book series that's taken them 17 years, and actually finishing it was the most remarkable feeling I've ever had, and I couldn't have told you which was uppermost, euphoria or feeling devastated.
Did you cry when you finished?
I didn't cry when I finished, but there's a chapter towards the end that I absolutely howled. It was unbelievable. When I finished writing it, and it's been planned for so long, and finishing writing that was... I was in a hotel room on my own, and I grabbed... You know, they have those pitiful half bottles of champagne. Well, I was sobbing my heart out, and I ripped open the minibar and downed that in one, and then just sat there, just a mess. Yeah, and then went home covered in my scar, and that was really tough.
And what excuse did you give for your appearance and look? You come back from visiting a local motel, drunken in tears, and say, yeah, I wrote a particularly heavy chapter. Well, no one's going to believe that, Joe.
Exactly.
What a trusting husband you have. Would you, or do you intend to ever write any more Harry Potter?
I think that Harry's story comes to quite a clear end in book 7. But I've always said that I wouldn't say never, but I can't say I'll never write another book about that world, just because I think, what do I know, in 10 years' time I might want to return to it, but I think it's unlikely. I'm
going to show you a clip now, because I know you quite liked it, and one thing, obviously, Joe has done well out of the books. It's very rare that I'm the poorest man in any exchange these days, but certainly I feel like a veritable pauper sitting next to Joe here. But at the same time, what a lovely gesture when you wrote those books for Comic Relief, because there were millions there that you know, you could have written those books and kept for yourself, and you gave all that money, I know, and it raised literally millions and millions of pounds went to Comic Relief, and so thank you for that. That was a wonderful thing to do, and we have a clip of that they repaid your kindness by taking the piss out of you on Comic Relief. Have a look at this, and this is Dawn French as Harry Potter, of course. You'll see who it is as Hagrid, and it's Jennifer Saunders as Joe. Look at this.
Harry Potter and the Secret Chamber Pot of Azerbaijan. Harry Potter is back. It's 1 year later, and he learns the truth. You're a woman, Harry. Harry.
Hagrid?
My Harry, how you've grown.
I think everyone sort of knows that I wrote all the Harry Potters. The Bacchus and Baby Wet Wipes, and a nappy changing facility in the Gaubles. And now it's a film, which is, I think is lovely.
Well, you're a lot warmer and more personable than you say. And you know, I was saying how much it was 2 books you had. It was the kind of glossary and the other thing.
Yeah.
Those books raised £16 million for Comic Relief. That's incredible, isn't it? Thank you. I love it. before we part company, and it has been an absolute joy talking to you.
And for me too.
I'm very excited because I love a theme park.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter is being turned, it's going to have its own kind of little world as part of the Universal theme park.
That's right, yeah.
Is this going to be the ones in Florida or Los Angeles?
Florida.
Florida. I would have thought so. They have more space there.
Yeah.
What's the plan? It's going to be a whole little. It's going to be a whole kind of Hogwarts area or a whole.
It's going to be Hogsmeade and Hogwarts.
Wow. So you can go.
Yeah.
And will you be able to go on the Express at any stage?
It'll be there. You can do all sorts of stuff. It's going to be brilliant.
I can't wait. When will the theme park be open?
I think it's 2010 or something.
But you know what? Even though it sounds like an improbable time wait, time flies, and next thing you know, you're standing in a queue for 7 hours.
I can take my kids.
Yeah, you'll be able to get straight to the fun.
I hope so.
I should think so. Hey, congratulations on just a wonderful series of books. Thank you again for the comic relief contribution, and I can't wait for the new movie, but more importantly, the book, which is out. Is it July the 21st?
21st, yeah.
July the 21st. Ladies and gentlemen, Jo Rowling. Thank you, Jo. One down to say
so much. That was great.
Thank you, Jo.
Thank you.
Jo Rowling. OK, my thanks to all my guests. Jo, of course.